And there's been tremendous developments in Iraq, of course, in oil and gas. And I'm joined now by Frits Klap. He's the managing director of Basrah Gas Company. Thank you so much for joining us. And of course, we're here at the Shell stand, very important here, because you're very much partners in this. So tell us a little bit about Shell's involvement and Basrah Gas and the great work that's been going on there.
Certainly, thank you. So really, Basrah Gas Company is a joint venture between Shell, Mitsubishi and the government of Iraq. 51% government of Iraq, 44% Shell shareholding and 5% Mitsubishi. Clearly a very important partnership for the government of Iraq, because we basically process all the associated gas with the upstream oil production and make sure that that goes to the national grid for national power generation, but we also provide LPG and condensate for domestic consumption and export to balance. It's even more than that, Eithne, because really we are about developing the country. This is extremely powerful from an environmental perspective, getting the flares down, making sure that gas is no longer wasted but used in power generation, better for the environment, better for the people, no more heavy fuel oil burned for power generation, and we create jobs. We train people in this venture, so that's really critical.
Absolutely, and when you're looking at all that together, I mean, there's a lot going on there. You're ticking all the boxes. How important is it that you've got, a big player too, like Shell, involved in this? And I know you've been working together for a long time to make sure of this, but it seems like you've still lots of work to do as well.
We certainly do, and of course Shell has a tremendous experience in the license to operate work in terms of social investment, training people, and of course we have the technology prowess in terms of expansion, project execution. The Iraqis are absolutely tremendous in the technical skills, and they know the facilities quite well, but we also have a greenfield portion, which is very important to execute rapidly, and again, 93% of our staff is Iraqi staff. We only have 7% expats.
And that's so important, I think, again, for the development of the country. And I would imagine it sounds like that's very high on your priority. Tell us just a little bit about some of that training that you put in place. And again, that knowledge transfer that I would imagine is really upskilling the people in Iraq.
Absolutely, be happy to. So there's two parts really. Part number one is the usual production operations and maintenance training. So we're training about 300 people per quarter, making sure that they get in classroom training, on the job training, and then a formal exam to really make sure that they hit that international standard. A lot of these folks have fantastic skills, but really getting everybody up to that international standard. The second one is on a leadership perspective. Why do some of the companies in the Middle East still need expats? And it really isn't the technical stuff, because they have great technicals. It's the administrative management and leadership skills. So we're partnering with Stephen Covey International Leadership Institute to train the top 500 people in BGC to that leadership standard. This is an Iraqi company, and it will have to be in the future, so I'm excited about it.
That's very exciting. Well, tell us a little bit about how you've been able to spread that message here at ADIPEC 2018. Hopefully you're meeting a lot of interesting people here, and again, people interested obviously in your story as well, because the story of Iraq is going to be a good one, and they are going to come back in terms of being a giant in the energy player in the field as well.
Absolutely. So two things. So yesterday we had the Venezuelan Minister of Oil visiting our stand, and he was actually quite interested because they're flaring a lot of gas, and this is a vision of what actually can be. So that's quite powerful. The other thing is the networking element, of course, with suppliers. We want suppliers to come into country and employ local Iraqis. Again, it's about that building a legacy license to operate piece. But what for me is the biggest thing, ADIPEC is the gold standard, Eithne. So for the first time, BGC actually has a stand at an international conference, and for me, it being ADIPEC is, well, I don't like to claim victory, but it feels like we have arrived to the family of international companies. So it's a proud moment for all of us here.